Okay, so this is another mini video on special types of equations, equations that don't really have a solution or have every solution possible. And an equation is going to have no solution if the starting equation is wrong, basically. So if the starting equation is not balanced, it's not really equal, then you're not going to have a solution. So for example, we're given this equation, and you would assume that, the two sides are equal, but when we go to solve it, we're going to see something interesting happens. So when we distribute here, we get negative 8x minus 4 equals negative 8x minus 2. And when we go to solve this, we would add 8x. Well, notice I don't have any more x's here. So really the x's don't have any effect on our equation here. They're the same. And we would be left with negative 4 is equal to negative 2. Well, this is not true. Those are two things are not the same. So this would be no solution, and you can it's not a 0, it's like a 0 with a line through it. We can say no solution because the starting equation wasn't even equal to begin with. So this was not a true. This was it was false. This was not even true to begin with. Therefore, there's no solution to this equation. The other type of equation that we could have is one where it's always true no matter what. In other words, whatever you have on the left is exactly the same as whatever you have on the right. Now, sometimes it's very easy to see that, and other times it's very hard. For example, this entire side needs to be simplified. So the left, I'm going to keep negative 5 minus 9x, and on the right, first we distribute. So that would be 3 minus 9x minus 8. And then I'm going to combine like terms. So I'm going to get negative 5 minus 9x equals 3 and negative 8 is also negative 5 minus 9x. Now at this point you can kind of see that, okay, on the left I have this expression, on the right I have the same expression. So it really doesn't matter what x is because the left side is always going to be equal to the right. In other words, if I kind of get rid or try to take away my x's, I'm going to get negative 5 equals negative 5. Well, this is always going to be true. In fact, we can plug whatever we want in for x, and it's going to be true. So this is an example of when the equation doesn't just have one solution, it has any solution it could possibly want. And we could say all real numbers, and a lot of people just write all real numbers, or you could use the real number symbol, which is like a fancy R. So this would be the final answer to this type of equation. So let's do some more practice on this. Okay, so here we have an equation here. And first step, we have to simplify this. So we're going to distribute first. So that's 6x plus 6 minus 3x equals 6 plus 3x. Now I'm going to combine like terms. So 6x minus 3x is 3x plus 6, which equals 6 plus 3x. You may kind of see already where we're going with this. If I try to take away 3x here, I get 6 equals 6. I don't have any more x's. They're both gone. Well, this is a true equation. 6 does equal 6. Therefore, we can say that our solution is all real numbers. It's every number possible. Okay, let's look at number 2. So look at my equation here. I'm going to have to do distributive property on both sides here. So 12x minus 36. Negative 2 times negative 7 is 14x. Negative 2 times 4 is minus 28. So let's take away 12x on both sides. We get negative 36x. I'm sorry, negative 36 equals 14x minus 12x is 2x minus 28. And then we add 28 to both sides. We get negative 8 equals 2x. Divide by 2. We get negative 4 equals x. So this equation only has one solution, and that solution is negative 4. Okay, number 3. So we have a distributive property again. 8 times 5x is 40x. 8 times negative 3 is negative 24. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18x. 6 times negative 4 is negative 24. All right, so I'm going to move the negative 18x to the other side. So I get 58x minus 24 equals negative 24. I add 24. Okay, well, I end up with 58x's on the left and 0 on the right. Well, that's okay, because if I divide by 58, think about it. If I have 0 things in 58 groups, I basically have 58 groups of nothing. So my x would have the value of 0. Okay, for this one, well, we don't have anything to do on the left. On the right, we need to distribute. Be careful here. We're distributing negative 4. So we have 7x plus 14 for the first group. Negative 4 times negative x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times negative 7 makes a positive 28. Now I need to combine like terms. On the left, we just have the same thing. 7x minus 4x is 3x. 14 plus 28 would be 42. If I get rid of my 3 x's, okay, no more x's here. I lost all of my variables, and I'm left with negative 13 equals 42. Ooh, false. This is not true. This is a false equation, which means the starting equation was never true to begin with. It was always unequal. So this was a false statement, all right? We were solving something that wasn't even equal. So this answer, there is no solution to this equation because it started out not balanced. So it can be a little bit tricky when there's no solution to all real numbers, and I understand that. We're going to work through some more examples in class.